Is there any question? If you want to ask me any question, you can ask. We'll just wait for 5 minutes so that everybody comes. Talk to me. If you have any question, you can ask me.
No question thus far.
Okay, just tell me, give me some feedback. Do you guys learn?
Like
Yes,
many.
sir.
Okay. So, well, like, you just tell me that whatever we are studying, like, for example, how does it help you, like, in the rules, or should we go for advanced, or am I just teaching you these basic things, or what should I do? So today I'll just talk to you. You guys will talk, and I will just ask you a few questions so that I can know that whether you're learning or not, right? So today you will give
Yes,
me
sir.
answers. So you will talk, I'll give you certain topics. It will be kind of a presentation. You guys are presenting in another class. So how does that work? Like the sir asks you to present and you guys go and present and he listens to you, or what?
So we haven't done from the section B, sir. Section
You
A
have,
has done.
huh?
Section A has done some presentations, but we haven't.
Okay. Zubair, hello, are you there, Zubair? Why is everybody mute today? I don't know.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. So Faryal Malik, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. And Mudassir Ali,
Yes, sir.
very good. So I'm like taking attendance today, huh? Sami Khan. Now this is very strange. We have not seen one another, and but still, like, uh, wait, let me admit this one. So. So just give me feedback. Who will tell me that what have you learned and how this class is like helpful? So just give me, anybody just give me a response. Who wants to talk?
Sir, I think I have learned many things which I thought are clear to me. I know everything about them.
Right?
So,
Like for example, can you give me any example? Like what did you learn in these few days?
sir, for example, last day I was talking about conjunction,
Hmm.
subordinate clause, and clause. So I was
Yes.
using but when I was making sentences. So I thought I am using but with subordinate conjunctions. So
Yes.
you corrected me that it's not correct to use but with subordinate conjunction.
Yes, in complex sentences you cannot do it, while in
Complex
compound
sentences.
complex sentences
Like
sometimes you can.
compound complex sentences, we can use subordinate conjunction because we have usually three clauses.
Yes, more than two clauses. Yes, of course. Okay. Um, okay. Rosh, yeah, what is this? Roshni Gul or
Sir, I am
Sajda?
Roshni Gul.
Okay, you are Roshni Gul. Okay, fine. Who is this Ahmad Prince? Are you there, Prince?
This is Osama, sir.
Huh? Yes, Osama.
Osama,
Yes.
sir.
So,
Yes, but then there is this Ahmad Prince.
Sir, it's actually Ahmad Osama, sir.
Okay, Ahmad Osama. So it's written, whatever is written there, I'm just, okay,
Yes,
Osama.
sir. He is a princess, sir.
A princess or a prince?
Sir, both. He is the princess of
Yes,
our
sir.
class.
Yes, sir. I'm present, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, very good. Osama, very good.
Yes,
I
sir.
think he just changed his name, Osama Ahmed. So tell me, Osama, what did you learn to like? Just tell us. Just give me feedback.
Sir,
Remember?
sir, to be honestly, sir, I tell you, sir, yesterday that my father passed away, sir, on 29 June, so I didn't attend a single lecture up till now. That's my first lecture, sir.
It is your first lecture. Oh my
Yes, yes,
God.
sir.
And the lectures I've uploaded on YouTube, you haven't watched those as well.
Sir, inshallah, I'll try my best to continue the first from the very first lecture on YouTube, sir.
Okay, ask me in private message. I will send you all the videos. Okay. So because
Okay,
that
sir.
is
Okay.
very important, because like if you don't know the basics, then you won't be able to understand certain complex sentences or advanced grammar. So today we will just talk about these tenses again very quickly, and we will try to find out where and how and when we can use it. What is the difference? Like, I know that you have been using it, but sometimes these sentences can be used in a different way. So I want you to know this 100%. So we'll just talk about it. We'll just pick one tense and we'll just talk about this time. Time means like tense. What is basically a tense is that it tells us about the time, that when or when we can use these sentences. So for example, this first one, I will just ask you and you will answer me, okay? So the simple present tense, who will just explain it or tell us that how, when, and where we can use it? So anybody just tell me quickly, Shabas. Or should
Yes,
I
sir.
just take the name?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Sir, I would like to explain it.
okay,
Sir, we present simple tense when we are talking about something that is presently happening.
that is
Like
presently happening.
happening, happening
Okay,
at the
okay.
very moment.
Wait a
Uh,
second. Just wait a second. So you just said simple present tense is whatever is happening, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Another? How? Okay. Can you see my screen? I'm typing.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
okay, so what else? Tell me, Shabas. So whatever is happening, we can use simple present tense. When can we use it?
Sir,
Hello, are
like
you?
when we
Uh,
yes, sir. Sir, like when we talk about something that is presently happening, so that then we use it. Uh,
okay.
what else I can say?
Yes. Okay, who will just
May
tell
I
me?
define it, sir?
He has defined it.
May I define it, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Why not?
Sir,
Please.
simple present tense is used for daily actions,
Yeah.
for daily things, for regulars, and which is done habitually.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
I can give you the example of sir, daily action. I go to school, yeah,
Yes.
college,
Okay.
or um, for habits we also use it,
Very good.
like semi smokes.
Right. Is it true? Sami, you smoke?
No, sir, it's just
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. Very good. Shabas. Okay. Anyone else?
for natural phenomena we also use it.
For example, can you give me any example?
The sun rises in the east.
Okay, fine. Okay. Is
Uh,
there any other way we can use this simple present?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh, we also use it for those habits which cannot be changed. If we say dogs bark.
Right. So it means
Yes,
that what you are saying is that we can use it for journal truths and
yes, sir.
facts. Okay. Yes, you're right. Like, for example, whenever you talk about facts, like, for example, my brother lives in Pakistan, or for example, my brother is living in Pakistan. What does this mean? If I say my brother lives in Pakistan, and if I say the same sentence, my brother is living in Pakistan. So can you tell me the difference, or is it the same? Can we use present, like you, if somebody just said that present, present can be used for what is happening right now. So it means that past continuous is also used for what is happening right now. So can we use these two sentences? Does they like have the same meaning?
Interchangeably. Sir, my brother is living in Pakistan. It means that he is living now, and my brother lives in Pakistan, so he has lived and he will live in
Right.
Pakistan, I think.
So, okay, fine. No, like for example, when you say my, like somebody just said, I don't know who said that, Samia, I guess, or
Yes, sir,
yeah,
that was me.
yeah, Sami said that simple present tense can be used for whatever is happening right now. No,
Sir, it's the definition of present continuous tense.
yes, that is the definition of present continuous tense. So if you see these two sentences, my brother lives in Pakistan, or my brother is living in Pakistan. So my brother is living in Pakistan can be less permanent. Like for example, if somebody go to England and they start living there, for example, he or she is just studying there. So we say, well, nowadays my brother is living in England. But if I say he lives in England, it means that he is permanently living there. So there is a difference. Now, this simple present tense, we say that it is used for present tense. See, the name tells you that simple present tense. So everybody thinks that it is used for what is happening, but it's not right. Like you just said it, that it can be used for habitual actions as well. Like, for example, when you talk about your daily routine or regular habits.
Hello,
So, yes, hello.
sir. We can use it like the expected action in the future.
Very
Uh,
good. Yes, we'll be doing
for
that today. So what I was
the
just
present,
doing, yes, bilkul
the
right.
shop, like for example, the shop opens tomorrow.
Very good. Excellent. Who is that? What's your
Uh,
name?
yes, sir. And
Inam. Very
me.
good. We'll be doing that today, but so we can use it for regular events, right? Or for example, we can use it for immediate communication. Like for example, if you are talking about immediate things, like for example, do you guys watch this football or cricket when the commentator talks? They use this simple present tense. Now that is what is happening. So, but they don't use this continuous tense. They use this present tense. Like for example, if you have heard this commentary, like for example, when they say Cristiano Ronaldo to Federico, like when they pass the ball, so they use this present tense. Like for example, Cristiano Ronaldo beats his man on the outside and moves forward. Do you understand this? Like, see, they are doing that action right now. So we can use present continuous tense, but we use present tense for that as well. So the right, like for example, the simple present tense is used for habitual action, and these are the time that we can say in like immediate action or immediate communication. And then there is like mental process verbs. Now I think, talked about this one, that there are certain verbs that they can be always used in the simple present tense. Like for example, when I say think or understand, now you never say that, are you understanding? You say, do you understand? Now these are like verbs, mental process verbs, that we always mostly we use it for in the present simple present tense. Like for example, want, I will never say I'm wanting, so I use this simple present tense for that. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
like
Yes, sir.
like for example, we talked about this one, right? Those verbs which cannot be used in a continuous tense, so we use it in the present tense. So for those words we don't use continuous tense, and sometimes when we use it, it gives us a different meaning. Or for example, so why I'm doing this, I'm just telling you how you can do it, and then you will go and make a presentation. So whenever, like when we have another class, I will ask you and you will give me the whatever I'm just writing with examples, okay? But other tenses, like for example, there are speech act verbs. There are certain verbs, we call it speech act verbs. Like for example, uh, I promise. See, you never use this word, I'm promising. You always say, I promise. I won't forget this. I won't forget this time. I promise. I will not hurt you again. I promise this. You don't say, I'm promising it. Or for example, swear. When you say, I swear to God, you never say, I'm swearing to God. Now, you can say that in Urdu, कि मैं कसम खा रहा हूँ, but in English you don't say it that मैं कसम खा रहा हूँ, so you just say मैं कसम खाता हूँ. So you have to understand these tenses in Urdu, and then you will know how and where and like how can you use it and the difference as well. So speech act verbs, like for example, agree or swear, or when you say I write to inform you, and when you say I'm writing to inform you, you can write it in both ways, right? This write word, like when you say I'm writing to inform you, this is like kind of informal. I'm writing to inform you. But if you want to say it in a formal way, you say uh, I write to inform you. So you can use it formal ways or informal ways. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So like this simple present tense can be used in a different ways, okay, for different purposes. So, okay. And it can also be used for like in the novels or telling a story, right? We can use present tense for past time as well. We can use for the past time as well. Like in order to make that action or that whatever you are talking about more alive. Like for example, something happened last night, and we even we use this present tense in Pashto as well, the present tense for past action. See, this Pashto and English is quite similar. You all understand Pashto?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All? Is there anybody who cannot understand, like who does not understand Pashto? Just tell me quickly so that I can give
Some
you
of the girls
example.
don't.
Huh?
Zubair
Some of the
Ahmed.
girls don't understand.
Okay. Like for example, पश्तो में भी हम ये कहते हैं, like बाज औकात के एक काम हुआ है, एक इवेंट हुआ है, और कुछ लोग उसको और भी मतलब alive करने के लिए they use these present tense. Like वो कहते हैं कि ब्या दस चल उशो चे आगा राजी और ब्या मुंग सरा खबर कई और मा, like so we use this present tense for past event as well. Like for example, yesterday I was sitting in my room alone, and it was late night, nobody was at home, and then you know what happens in a see I'm using a present tense. You know what happens? Somebody knocks on the door. So this present tense is used for the past tense as well. So what I'm just telling you is that go and you will go and search these tenses, and where like unusual kind of sentences. Like for example, if you see this simple past tense, it is used for the. Can anybody tell me? So you understood this simple present tense, right? Uh, we can not only use it for the present time, we can use it for the past time, we can use it for the continuous time, but in a different way. There are certain verbs that we can use it in a present simple present, but not a present continuous tense. Now if you see this second one, simple past, who will tell me about simple past?
So
Hello?
when we talk about the completed action of the near past or distant past,
Okay, can you give me an example, for example?
mm,
Yes.
so wait,
Okay.
सर माजी करीब में जो बात कही
I
जाए
wrote,
सर
माजी
I wrote,
करीब में I don't like how माजी करीब क्या होता है? What do you mean by that? Can
माजी
you?
करीब means sir like the thing
Near
has
past.
just been done sir.
Now, when I say Shakespeare wrote
Sir, so this is
Hamlet,
mazi baid sir, like
so you just said माजी करीब में ये use होता है, so I can use it for माजी पता नहीं आपने क्या कहा. So I can use it for this past time as well. So there is no near or far time.
Yes, sir.
So it's a
sir
little bit
this is
confusing.
just the combination of
Sir, it indicate an action completed in the past.
Yes, okay, it just tell us that anything happened in the past. So then we have this.
Also used for the past habits, sir.
So then, okay, you just said past habit. Who said that?
Sir, me.
How? Okay, how?
and
For example.
For example, he studied many hours every day.
No, that is
She
wrong. How?
always carried a
Sir,
bottle of water with
sir,
herself.
Yes.
Sir, it comes in the past habits.
Okay. Now, simple past tense, you just said it that it comes in a past habit. Now, there is another structure for past habit. Okay, wait a second. Now, you just tell me this simple present tense is used for habitual action. Like, for example, I go to school, I take classes every day, I play cricket in the evening, I read novels, and I go to my village once in a week. See, that is habitual action. Okay? But that is a present habitual action. So what would be the past habitual action?
I used to read books.
Very good. I used to read books.
he went to school, sir.
No, he went to school is not a habitual action.
I
So,
got up in
Oh,
the morning
okay, wait a
and went to
second.
park.
Now
Okay.
listen carefully. Okay, just listen to me. Now, when you say I go to school every day, it means this action is, okay, wait a second. I go to school every day. Now, if you see, this is a present tense, okay? And we know that we use it for habitual action, but those habitual action is in the present. Now, if you want to talk about past habitual action, you use this, I used to go. I used to go to school. So it means that the I go to school is the present, and the past habitual is I used to go. I used to go to school every day. Like इसका उर्दू में ये मतलब होगा कि मैं स्कूल रोजाना जाता हूँ, और वो दूसरे का मतलब होगा कि मैं स्कूल रोजाना जाया करता था. So for habitual past, we can say that we will have another kind of a tense, and that would be that I used to go. Or you can also say that I would go to school in a different way, but that will be a combination then. So see, the simple past is not used for, yes, it can be sometimes used for habitual action, but the right one is this one. This one is used for habitual action. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you just said it that this simple past is used when something is done, right, in the past. So when you say that something is done in the past, that is called a simple past. So what about this one? What is the difference between the first one and the second one? This one and this one. इन दोनों में फिर फर्क क्या होगा?
Sir, in after
Means that
perfect tense, another action happened, and
Very
in simple past tense, we know the timing of the action, that when did it happen, and in past perfect tense, there comes another action. For example, she had gone. Uh, she had gone home when I went there.
okay. Yes, fine. You're right. So it means that I had gone. We cannot use it, right? Alone. I mean, if you say he had gone, we should not say it. We'll just say he went. That will be wrong. So this simple past perfect can always be used in a structure. Like uh, uh, for example, I always give this example is like this. And if you remember in schools, you have learned this example many times, that for
No,
example,
هو
uh,
بتشيبوت الآن.
G?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, like for example, the doctor had died before
The
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 patient.
patient had
that's
died before the doctor
so the
came.
doctor came.
Yes, but why not doctor?
What?
Doctor can also die before the patient
Yes,
arrives.
sir. Why not?
Of heart
Why
attack.
not?
Cause
I
of heart
just,
attack.
yes, I just deliberately said this the other way. So I just,
Yes,
so,
sir.
and
It
you
is
correct.
syntactically correct, but pragmatically it's not correct.
the
No,
student,
it's
yes, had died
grammatically.
before the
Huh?
teacher came.
G?
Is grammatically correct.
Yes,
It's
it is grammatic.
syntactically correct, but pragmatically it's not correct.
Semantically, it is
Yes,
wrong.
very good. Now you understand what pragmatic means. Yes, again, you can say that like it doesn't make sense. Ooh, but why?
Yes, sir.
No, but pragmatically, yes, pragmatically it's not correct, because like we know that this, but still, if you
We
see,
know the doctor and patient connection, that's why pragmatically it's not correct. But it happens if we are talking about human beings. Like doctor is also a human being. He can
but
also die before the patient arrives.
but see, the mind is not accepting it. See,
Yes,
still,
sir.
even it's grammatically correct, it can have meaning as well, and it gives a
Yes, sir.
sense, and it is possible. Like for example, doctors, he can also have a heart attack and he can die. So, but
So
still,
that's why language is known as a social construction.
yes, so the see, like this is confusing a little bit, and people say, "Well, what?" Like for example, I remember that it was my first class in 2008 when I was delivering my first lecture. I was so confused and nervous, and there were like 20 or 120 students in my class. So when I just asked this example, I wrote it this way, the way I just wrote it, because of maybe nervousness, and everybody was like laughing, and they really liked this. So this become a kind of a joke. So whenever I teach, I deliberately now write it in this way, so my student will not forget it, because that other way you, I mean, you have learned it, but then you forgot it. But this time, I think you will remember this in a different
Yes, sir.
way. So yes, we can use this past perfect. So see, this past perfect structure, like we mostly do not use it alone. Remember, in speaking, you can use it. So like, for example, this is already understood. So you say, well, I had told him. Like, for example, if somebody makes a mistake, and you say, well, I had told him. So you don't say that, like, for example, he did this and I told him that don't do it or this will happen. So we can use it for certain action. Now, for example, if I want to make a formula for this one, so one action took first and the second action, like, for example, this one, right? The doctor had died. This one, first it happened and then this another one happened. See? Which action took first? Like, which action happened first? The
The
doctor.
past perfect one.
The doctor had died.
Yes. So, and whenever we have two action in the past, and those two actions, like there will be a sequence kind of. So if you see, the first action is the doctor died and then the patient came. So this one is the first action and this one is the second action. So whenever we have first action and second action, now the first action will always be in the past perfect tense. Got it? Like, for example, can you give me any example quickly like this? The doctor had died before the patient came. And what is this before? Can anybody tell me?
Subordinate conjunction, sir.
Very good. Subordinate conjunction. So we can use it in subordinate conjunction in this way, and this will always be a structure. Remember, so past perfect and simple past can be used for two action. One happened and after that another happened. Can you give me quickly one example like this? Hmm?
The student had failed before the teacher came.
See, this is grammatically right, but it's not clear what you are talking about. Like, for example, this one is still not clear. Can you give me any other example? Anybody?
Sir,
Shabas, quick.
because no, sir, it's clear now because the teacher was not helping him in cheating. That's why he failed.
Okay, right.
Sir, I went there when I had completed my work.
Very good. Yes, excellent, Zabardast.
I, I had
Yes,
gone before he arrived.
yes, I had gone before he. No, you just said you used a sentence, I had gone before he arrived. See, this structure, this tense is not clear again. So you should not make sentences like this. You should make certain sentences which has meaning. Remember this thing. So if you want to learn, try to make certain sentences which has a very clear kind of a meaning. Now, when you say he had gone before I arrived, now where you arrived and why he went, what does it mean? So try to make a sentences which has meaning. Okay, another one is like, for example, if he said we can use it in the indirect sentences. Like, for example, this one. He said that he had passed the exam. Now, if you remember this direct and indirect, do you know how to convert the direct into indirect?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Like for
Yes,
example,
sir.
today I tell you this, that I passed my exam. Now, after a week or a month, you go and tell somebody that about this. Now you say, well, Shehzad said that he had passed the exam, so we change simple past into past
Told
perfect.
me. The-
Yes, so again, if you, yes, told me, yes, told me, you can write told me. He told me that he had passed the exam. So see, again, we have two actions. So this simple, this past perfect is used for this one, and it is always used in a structure. So, okay, now just pick another one and just tell me, okay, what about this present perfect tense? I just told you that. How can we use this? Okay, tell me about this one. He will be waiting. Can anybody tell me?
In indirect, sir.
Yes, no, not in indirect. Like, where do we use
What,
this
sir?
present perfect, future continuous tense? Can you give me any
Okay, okay,
example?
sir. Sir, future continuous tense is used for action which will be happening in the
So
future
give me
for a
example.
progressive
Yeah,
action.
yes, that is
Example,
okay.
we
Yes,
we will be studying
uh,
some other tenses tomorrow.
we'll be studying some other tenses tomorrow. And if I say we will study some other tenses tomorrow, so what is the difference? I can say
Sir,
it in,
there is difference.
yes, what difference? So what I was just telling you that he will be smiling. Now this sentence is can have another part with it. Like for example, when I see him tomorrow, he will be smiling. Or when he comes to know about his result, he will be enjoying it. Or okay, so it cannot be again used like we don't use it alone. We use it in a structure. So all these tenses, remember these kind of sentences, like for example this one, okay, or this one, right? We mostly use it for with another action. Okay, these three sentences, like if we have another part with it, then we use it, otherwise we don't use it. Or for example, present perfect is also working as past perfect, but again there is a difference. I told you that other day, but still you can go and search it. So this is your assignment, that I will give everyone one tense and you will explain it in detail, like where and how and when we can use it and what is the difference or the tense difference, or when we use it in a different way, then what it means. So you will do that, right? That will be
Sir,
uh,
sir, is it compulsory to remember all these definitions that when we
yes.
will use these tenses?
Yeah.
Because most of us know that when to use them, but not the proper definitions.
No, we remember, why are you studying this grammar? Like, what is this? Why are you studying this grammar? Do you, I told you that in the beginning. What is the purpose of studying this grammar? Huh?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Like we, most of us know the usage of these actions and when to use them in past, present, and future. But we
Okay.
don't know like the different definitions of the tenses. I'm talking about those very
Now,
definitions. That is it
for
compulsory to
example,
remember them?
now, yes, yes, listen, you are MA English student, right? So
Yes.
you must know it, because anybody can ask you to explain it, and maybe tomorrow you become a teacher and nobody knows, right? So when you become a teacher, I mean, you need to know these definitions, or where or how and when you can use it. So then you will be able to explain it in a better way. Otherwise, like there is no need to even remember the names. But again, in Pakistan, the way you are studying it, that it is not your first language. English is not your first language. Maybe it is your third language or second language. First you learned Pashto, and then you learned Urdu, and now you are learning English. So yes, you should know this. Okay, but listen, you will go and think about it, and then you will ask me question. Now, quickly, I have given you these 3 tenses. Now I'll just give you 2 minutes, convert it quickly, and then I will tell you whether you had made a mistake or not. So Shabas, quickly change these tenses, and then I will ask you quickly. Shabas, do you see these tenses on your screen?
Yes, sir, we can see.
ये कौन सा टेंस है? अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलेगा, ये कौन सा टेंस है?
Future
Sir,
tense.
future impossible.
Okay. Yes, अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलेगा तो पाकिस्तान मैच जीत जाएगा. So this is a future, yes? Okay.
If if Shahid if
Oh,
Shahid
no, don't,
Afridi
no, no,
plays
no, no,
well,
no, 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 don't convert it. Just change it, and then I'll tell you. So this is future. Okay. What about this one?
Present
Past.
simple tense.
Huh? अगर शायद
Present
Past.
अफरीदी
simple.
अच्छा खेलता, so
Yes.
it's a past. We know it very good. And okay. And what about this one? अगर मुझे
Present.
पता होता तो मैं आपको बताता. ये कौन सा है? बता देता.
Sir, it's a form of past.
हाँ?
Past,
Past.
sir.
ये present भी हो सकता है.
present
अरे ऊपर सर
Yes, sir.
ऊपर वाला भी तो
and
प्रेजेंट
real.
है ना स्टार्ट में.
No.
अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलता. It's present simple
नहीं,
tense.
आप नहीं.
खेलेगा.
So one,
खेलेगा तो फिर फ्यूचर आएगा.
think about it. शाबाश. सोचो, खुद सोचो. पहला वाला कौन सा है? अगर शायद
सर ये
अफरीदी.
देखिए, if शायद अफरीदी plays well,
हाँ.
तो पाकिस्तान में जीत जाएगा. Oh, okay. I haven't saw the second part of it.
Okay.
It's the past, yes.
Okay, ये फर्स्ट वाला जो देख रहे हो आप, शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलेगा तो पाकिस्तान मैच जीत जाएगा. Now in Urdu it's in Urdu it's simple future. It's a future tense. But in English we can say that we will use present if शायद plays well. See, so we can use simple present for future as well. Pakistan will win the match. So if I want to make a formula for this, I will make like this. So whenever we have this if clause, okay, so we will always have if, and then we will have simple present always, simple present, okay. And then we will have comma, and then we can have simple future, and we can have future continuous. We can have future perfect as well. Now this can change, but this first part will always be simple present, remember. Like for example, if you come tomorrow at 3 o'clock, I will be sleeping. See, agar kal tum aoge, that is a future tense, but we can use present tense for future tense as well in such sentences, if or conditional tenses. So if you come tomorrow, I will be sleeping. Or if you come late, I will have gone to Lahore. So this can change, and it can be in three different ways. Simple future continuous, I can use it. Future perfect, I can use it. And future perfect continuous, I can use it. Now see the second one. Can anybody convert this second one? Anybody? Hello. Hello? Hello, are you there?
But we can't hear you.
Huh?
Sir, you are audible now.
Sorry, somebody's okay. So yes, अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलता तो पाकिस्तान मैच जीत जाता. Now these are not tenses, remember. These are structures or different sentence structure. So it will not follow. You cannot translate it from Urdu. You need to understand the structure. Now, if you start converting it with this way कि आप ये सोच रहे हो कि अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलता, ये कौन सा tense है? अगर शायद अफरीदी अच्छा खेलता, we don't know. I'm not sure whether it's a simple past or a past continuous or a future, or a past perfect continuous. We don't know it. So these are not tenses. You do not convert it from Urdu. You need to have a formula for that. So anybody can convert this.
Had Shahid Afridi played well, Pakistan would have won the match.
No, this is wrong. First will be always past perfect. Now say it.
Past perfect or simple present?
Past perfect. See, this is the difference. And the second part will be would plus have. Now this is a different one. Remember, this is structure. And then third form of the verb. So now, who made this first? Who converted it?
Sir, if Shahid Afridi had played well, then
Yes.
Pakistan would have won.
Yes. Now this is the way we will be doing it, right? So you should know this formula that whenever we talk about past action and that is conditional, and whenever we use if in the past tense, we will always use it like this. We will have a past perfect tense and then would and have and third form of the verb. Like for example,
Yes.
it is also called all impossible tense. Impossible means that it cannot happen now. Like,
Yes,
for
sir.
example, if you had invited me, I would have come. Okay, we can also use might here or could here. If you had asked me, I could have helped you. Or I might have, or he might have been killed if he had gone there alone. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
can change or we can change this word in a different way. But remember, the formula will always be like this. You have to memorize it, that if in the past tense will always have past perfect and then would and then have and then third form of the
Third
verb,
form of
third form of the verb. So you just go and make thousands of sentences like this and then you will be able to use it. Can you make another one like this? Anybody, Shabas? So you should learn this formula, okay? It will always be past perfect. So it's not a tense that you will convert it by just translating it from Urdu और उर्दू में आप ये सोचने लग जाओ कि अगर मैंने ऐसा किया होता तो ये होता. You will not be able to do it. You need to know the formula, and the formula is if past perfect,
If
would, have, and third. Anybody, can you make a sentence of this?
Sir,
if I had worked hard, I would have passed the exam.
Yes, ये तो बस हमने स्कूल कॉलेजेस में ये बहुत दफा बनाया है.
अरे
कोई
तो
और
सर दूसरा
बनाओ.
सर दूसरा बना दो.
Yes.
sir, if Real Madrid had Ronaldo, then they would have won the match.
Say it again. Say it again.
If Real Madrid had Ronaldo, then
No.
they would have
Now, no, you just said it. Had Ronaldo. Now, ये कौन सा tense है?
so passed.
कौन सा
Past.
past?
So past perfect.
Past perfect, sir.
No. इसमें third form of the verb किधर है?
Sir, वो तो
Had
second में
helped,
होता है ना sir.
No, अभी मैंने आपको कहा नहीं है कि if के बाद past perfect आएगा.
If Ronaldo had
Very good. Who said that?
Kushal.
If Real Madrid had Ronaldo in their team, they would have won the match.
So like two heads has to be
Yes,
used.
one head is helping verb and the other head is the uh, the the main verb. Do you understand now?
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
And have, sir,
Have नहीं आएगा, इधर had आएगा हमेशा past perfect tense है. हाँ, can you make another one quickly? Then you have another class.
If Imran Khan had not been selected, Pakistan would not have been bankrupt.
Very good, excellent. ये आपने passive भी बनाया और had भी बनाया और very good, excellent. Anybody else? शाबाश, जल्दी. So you just know that the first one will be always past perfect and
if we had not selected NP, then our children would have lived long.
Nan, don't cry.
I did not get it. Please, can you repeat it? Okay, now listen to me, but I'm just okay. This one, unreal, structure we call it, unreal sentences. Now you see, this is a present tense. अगर मुझे पता होता, अभी अगर मुझे पता होता, तो मैं आपको बताता. Can anybody convert this one?
Sir, ये उर्दू
Yes,
वाला
sir.
गलत नहीं है sir?
क्या बताओ जरा जल्दी बताओ.
Sir, अगर मुझे अब पता होता, if I knew now,
हाँ,
I would let you know.
very good, जबरदस्त. इसका फॉर्मूला होगा हमेशा if, और if के बाद आएगा simple past, फिर कॉमा आएगा and फिर उसके बाद जो आएगा would आएगा plus first form of the verb. It is called unreal tense. Unreal means that it can never happen. मुझे पता है नहीं, मैं सिर्फ suppose कर रहा हूं. मैं कहता हूं, अब फर्ज करो मुझे अभी पता होता तो मैं आपको बताता. If I knew, I would tell you. हाँ,
Sir, some of the girls are saying that the screen is appearing to them all black.
okay.
Sir, they may have an unstable internet connection.
Maybe. Okay, ये वाला जरा देखो आप जल्दी से. इसमें हमेशा इसका स्ट्रक्चर होगा if. Okay, फिर होगा हमेशा simple past. Then we will have comma and then we will have would plus first form of the verb. And this is called unreal tense. Unreal means that it cannot happen. I'm just saying it that first karo agar ye hota to ye ho jata. So if I knew, comma, I would tell you. Do you understand this one?
Yes sir.
Can you make another tense like this?
So we can try.
If I knew, I wouldn't go there.
Yes, very good. अगर मैं जानता तो मैं उधर नहीं जाता. Very good. Okay. आप ये इसमें बनाओ, अगर मैं इमरान खान होता तो मैं खुदकुशी कर लेता.
Kindly.
If I
You
was
don't want
Imran
to be
Khan, I
Imran
would
Khan, so
have had suicide.
No, फार्मूला देखो, I would के बाद first form of the verb आएगा.
Okay, I haven't
If
heard the formula.
if I were Imran Khan, I would commit suicide.
Very good. Who is this guy? What is your name?
NTPTI, sir.
If
For sure, sir.
I were Imran Khan, do you have class today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So do you want to go?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
We will continue.
Not really, sir.
Why? You have
सर
another
क्योंकि
quick.
वो
It's too
दो
much
घंटे
boring.
का लेक्चर है सर.
अच्छा 2 घंटे का लेक्चर है. यस, ये
हाँ
हमारा
सर.
लेक्चर थोड़ा कम होता है यार. इसमें मुझे फिर जल्दी जल्दी चीजें खत्म करनी होती है और वो फिर आप ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट समझ नहीं पाते हैं. तो ये टाइमिंग थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दो ताकि जरा लंबी क्लास ले ताकि समझ तो आए ना. हाँ,
सर सुबह ले लिया करें ना सर,
तो
8
8
to 10.
बड़ा बड़ा
8 to 10,
मुश्किल हो
sir.
जाता है यार मेरे लिए. 9
सर
भी in evening.
सर
Okay,
Okay, sir.
remember, listen to me. We can have class. किसी और दिन भी हम क्लास ले सकते हैं और उसमें अगर ज्यादा लोग नहीं आते हैं तो खैर वो हम रिकॉर्डिंग भी कर सकते हैं. So we can take class in the evening or at night. अगर 2-3 बंदे भी मेरे साथ क्लास ले तो वो उनके लिए रिकॉर्डिंग हुआ करेगा and then they can watch those videos.
Yes,
What do
sir.
you say?
सर इवनिंग बेटर है सर.
हाँ, लेकिन मैं इस तरह कभी नहीं कर सकता हूँ कि आई विल जस्ट रिकॉर्ड एलोन. रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं कर सकता हूँ और वो नहीं बेच सकता हूँ. अगर मेरे पास साथ 2-3-4 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे एंड व्हेन आई टीच देम वो रिकॉर्डिंग खुद हो जाती है. आई विल सेंड यू दैट.
सही है सर,
Yes.
हम
ठीक है.
एक्टिव होंगे.
हाँ, और रात को तो वैसे भी आप
Session
लोग
में हो
जागते
जाए.
रहते हो, मैसेजेस कर रहे होते हो. सो वी विल हैव another class. Okay, I will let you
ठीक
know
है
when.
सर.
सर
So
वो एनान है सर.
जी,
वो एनान मैसेजेस करता रहता है सर.
बस अच्छा है ना, रात को जागता रहता है. ओके, ये वाला आप इस तरह करो. दिस इज योर असाइनमेंट. गो एंड थिंक the where, when, and how you can use it. And if you are not 100% sure, then you can ask me. But this is your assignment. That just look. इसका एक print निकालो, ये जो मैंने चार्ट दिए हैं, और इसको कमरों में लगाओ. Because you have to know this 100%. And you have to know where and how and when you are going to use it. So इसमें तो बिल्कुल कोई भी गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. अच्छा, ये जो मैंने अभी स्क्रीन पे दिखा रहा हूँ, सही है?
यस सर.
So
Yes,
when we
sir.
have
Yes.
another class, then I will ask you. I think you should go because your teacher called me yesterday and he told me that he will have a class with you guys at 10, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Okay,
see
sir.
you
Thank
then.
you, sir.
Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.
Thank you,
Allah
sir.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.